Hello everybody, welcome to my Infinite Fusion run. So this video will cover the first two gyms and a couple of side things I did. So I start off in my bedroom per usual, which I find my rival who starts shit talking us. So we have to... So we head up to the first grass, which Oak stops us. We head into the lab, which we're going to get our starter. So I pick Squirtle, because Squirtle is one of the best. I mean, maybe Bulbasaur would be better, but either way, our rival gets both, gets them fused. Feel like some nepotism was in there, you know. And now we must battle them, because they want to show that they're better than us. In which we will promptly most likely lose, seeing as they're a level higher than us. And as we get defeated, we black out, give $40 to him, and now have to get stronger. In which we speed right through all the grass, not fainting in the process. Heal up, head to the mart, and get the parcel for Oak, in which he gave us DNA splicers, which will be the key to getting our first fused Pokemon. And we head right through the grass again, going straight to Oak. We deliver his parcel, and he gives us Pokeballs and our Pokedex. In which I then encounter Pidgey and promptly try to catch Pidgey. On 1 HP, I chuck another ball, and it shakes thrice, and we now have a Pidgey. I'm not going to name any of the Pokemon, seeing as they are better off not. So then I fuse my Pidgey and my Squirtle. This decision was tough. I don't know which one I really wanted, but I felt like the left one was better. And then they started fusing. In which I got Squirt G, my very first fusion. Then I headed to the shop to buy a bunch of Pokeballs and DNA splicers and all that jazz. Then I found a Weedle in Viridian Forest. He was level 5, so he was equal level to me. So I decided to catch him. Because why not catch the stronger mons? And then once I fought a Caterpie and defeated it, my Weedle leveled up to level 7. In which level 7 is actually the evolution level. So then he turned into Kakuna. And then I found Hoot Hoot. Hoot Hoot is one of the, in my opinion, best birds, look-wise. So, of course, I'm going to try catch Hoot Hoot, my goat. But since he's poisoned, I do not have much time. Then I chose the big bird one. Looks like Angry Bird. In which then I promptly spliced them together. Choosing the left one once again, because they tend to be better. Which we get a pretty cool looking creature. For now. Later on, this one might not look that great. Alrighty, then we heal up. Talk to the old man here, which he starts one of our longest quests. He wants his bird gone. So then I trek all the way through the forest again, encountering such things as a ton of Pokémon. Which we then get our pink flowers and have to go back through the forest. And then the bird he hoped would go away changed into the other form. So then we must go get the red flowers to solve his issue. So once defeating both trainers inside Brock's gym, I go after him. And enter both Hootuna and Squirtgy into the battle. And promptly meet Digonix, or Dignix. And absolutely get wrecked. Fainting in the process. But you know what? I run it back immediately. There's no issues. It was just, bad luck. Hopefully. Because GOG gets knocked out immediately. The only issue is the Onyx and Diglett fusion. His rock too absolutely destroys my Squirtgy. But Bubble gets him on one. But luckily I have Quick Attack. I think it would have been cooked if I didn't have Quick Attack. So then I beat the gym leader, get his badge. along with a drying pan, which will be my new main hat, along with the annoying move Rock Tomb. I hate Rock Tomb. And I got a premium Wonder Trade ticket, which I can bring upstairs to the Poke Center and trade off Pokemon. And I caught a Pidgey just for trading. Bye bye, Pidgey. And now we get Limewire, which is a ghastly Nidorino, I think. But next up, I head east and meet Professor Oak's assistant, who lets me know of hidden ability Pokemon in the grass. In which I promptly run inside that grass and find Mankey, which is one of my favorite Pokemon. Well, mainly one of my favorite Pokemon when it evolves in the Primate. So I'm gonna catch him. And once I defeated a Polyhoot, my Squirty made it to level 16, which it learned Bite, but more importantly, it evolves. Only half though. So now we have Wargy, my new favorite Pokemon. Alrighty, so I run to a new Mankey, which I already have one, but there's a reason I'm gonna catch this one, and you'll see in one moment once I catch him. I caught him just to trade him to this trainer, because he's offering a Tyrogue, which if I evolve Tyrogue, it could evolve into 3 different Pokemon. I don't think I'm gonna focus on trying to get a certain one of them. I'm just gonna go with whatever one I get. But I'm immediately gonna Splicer Mankey and Tyson the Tyrogue together, because then we'll have a pure fighting type, which, I mean, I'm always for coverage, but I think a pure fighting type's kind of cool. In which I rush over the Mount Moon, and there is trouble afoot. And Brock is the only one that can help, apparently. But I take a detour from doing Mount Moon to go give the guy his flowers, in which he thinks we'll get rid of the bird, but it just turns him into the Firebird. So the 4th part of the quest will be to get more flowers, but non-native flowers. They want blue flowers from the other side of Mount Moon. which means I'll have to trek through Mount Moon to go get the flowers and trek back through Mount Moon. It'll be a whole thing. But I run back to Mount Moon into the Pokemon Center, in which I chat to the guy who offers me a Magikarp, and I don't want one. Then it's Mount Moon time, in which I'll just speed through, having my Hoot Una fighting Parises, as they're the only thing you can really defeat, getting it to level 10. Getting it to move Confusion, but more importantly, he evolves. Now, here's where Fusion goes downhill. Cause, oh brother, only a face a mother could love this man has. I'm sorry, Hootdrill, but you're just not that great. And I go outside, get Rock Smash from Brock. Which I then teach to our great Pokemon, Hootdrill. Over its Bug-type moves. I think Bug-type moves are actually the worst. And I rush right through Mount Moon. Until I defeat a trainer, in which Wargy gets to level 18. Which, if anybody knows, level 18 is Pidgey's evolution level. Which I get the, I think, coolest Pokemon so far. Wargioto. He's got the slick back hair of a gangster. And then I head out and find a secret moon sanctuary. Which, if I get fairy types, I can get a special outfit. And I don't have fairy types. And the second part of this area would be right here, where I get a moonstone. But the saving grace of this area truly is the shop. Because my Pokemon are low, and I don't want to have to go all the way outside. So them selling fresh waters and antidotes and all that, save me. I was tempted on buying a Repel, but I really didn't have the money. I felt like I was gonna lose all my money. So then I gave one of my fresh waters to Tyson, because he was on 1. And so I entered back in, which I then promptly found Team Rocket. The whole reason I was here. Which it seems like they're trying to fuse 3 Pokemon as sort of a greedy thing. So I make myself known, and they make the scientists fight me. in which this fight, holy, this Pokemon, it looks like it's been tortured. Like, this Pokemon alone makes me think I just shouldn't be fusing Pokemon, because if this thing doesn't look like it wants to be fused. So I put it out of its misery, like it looks like it wants to be. Once that happens, they try the fusion anyways, in which their entire thing blows up, which serves them right. In which they all skedaddle. And the guy who tried to fight me is now chill. And I get myself a dome fossil. He takes the other fossil, because I can have both. And I make it Silurian, which I heal up. Talk to this guy about his Charmander. He wants a water type. And I head back through Mount Moon, which was a while, because I need to buy myself a Magikarp, which I didn't want before, but I also didn't know there was a Charmander up for grabs before. So I get myself that, and then while in Cerulean, I pick the blue flowers, so I go up to the man, give him his blue flowers, in which he plants. And Oricorio didn't care. But you wanna know what? Me bringing him all the flowers made the bird happy. And he joins my party. In which the old man's happy because now the bird's gone. So I then change him in the fire mode, which might actually be the worst decision I've made. And then I traded Magikarp for a Charmander. Which, seeing as Charmander and Sandshrew are both my goats, I fuse them to make, I think, what is going to be the best of my fusions. For now, it looks okay. But once he evolves, I feel like it's going to get much better. And he has so many different sprites, but I think I'm just going to go with default. Because default is the best. And then I decided to fuse Oricorio with the Neckings I got, which might have been the worst decision I'd made yet. Because what came out of there is horrific. This creature, I refused it. I reversed it to see if it was better. And you'll just see. Neckings should not be fused with the bird. So I unfused it, in which I talked to the assistant and she gave me the EXP share. So then I head into the water gym. Promptly defeat both of the trainers in there. The second one was most difficult. So then I go to Misty, which is a bad idea. Because my entire team's underleveled. And for the rest of this, they will stay underleveled. Probably. The only one that's normal leveled is War Otto. Because he's the goat. So the first fight against Misty, not good. So I go to train on Nugget Bridge, but I found out my rival was there, which I forgot. And he is packing a stacked team as well. We start off with Nidoto, which we absolutely get annihilated by, almost. But we make it to the second one, which is a free one. But then the monster comes out, Charizard, who gets Dragon Rage. Dragon Rage does guaranteed 40 damage. So this early on, having Dragon Rage is crazy. So for the second fight, I go with Tyson at the starting one. Just so we can get some chip damage off on Nidoto. Then Oricorio comes out, which Oricorio is actually kind of strong. Just can't be used in the gym because of the type. But Oricorio can easily take out Mantada too, which then only the problem one comes out. In which I'll keep Oricorio in, try to do some chip damage, but I can guarantee you Dragon Rage kills, because not full HP. Now the only hope I have is somehow Charizard gets lowered enough that they die. So I use Rollout, just do chip damage, which misses. And I just die. In which then the next person who goes out is Onyx. Now, I didn't have faith in Onyx, seeing as he was level 10. But Sturdy. He has Sturdy, and also he used Ember. So either way, he was surviving, and we could use Rock Tomb. We Rock Tomb twice, which lowers his speed. We get the Rock Tomb thrice, actually. Brings him below half. So Onyx did his job. Got him below half, slow. In which Waroto has the ability to just take him out from there. And it's like, if those are his 3 Pokemon, what's his third? His third must be powerful. No, it's not. It's an Abra. Abra might be an issue later, but it only knows Teleport. So he had 2 really strong Pokemon, 2 really weak ones. So this fight is as good as over. And we defeat our rival. Which our Chartreuse evolves. Because he reached level 16 from that battle. And he turns into a sick Pokemon. But he still has the same name. In which then I go through Nugget Bridge and make it to the end. Which then I join Team Rocket. which I don't know how it will affect the storyline, but I thought it would be cool to join Team Rocket. So I get my uniform, and then catch Oddish as I go up, because I'll do the Team Rocket stuff in a bit. And then after that, I catch an Abra. And finally, I catch a Paniri. I don't know if all of these Pokemon will be used. But you know, it's good to catch some extras. And then I meet a young trainer, and he has Rattata, who is just... I feel like it's Rattata fused with Rattata. And he's just the Rat King. And he is Hyper Fang, which almost takes Charshu out, but after 2 Fire Fangs, I feel like this guy's dead. Oh yeah, we live on 1. So then I fuse my Oddish with my Abra, creating the new Grass Psychic type. Audra, our new Psychic Grass type. Now, if I level this guy up, he could help in the Water Gym. But then I have to level him up. So then I go and become a Team Rocket member, in which then I have to get rid of all the Wimpods in the bottom of their basement. That's my first quest. Which I was hoping to catch one, but seeing as their ability Wimp Out stops me from doing that basically, I sadly did not catch any. In which I chatted with the boss and told him that I finished it. And then I gave him a fake name. For this Team Rocket adventure, I am going to be known as Matt. So he's going to give me my first midget mission, which is going to be getting rid of the fisherman at the water. So then I head up, fight the fisherman, which actually had pretty powerful Pokemon. But if there's a Poliwhirl they're catching, I want a Poliwhirl. But they paid me $8 grand for that mission. And now they got me a new mission, which is a little bit of a more darker lesson. To kill this Pokemon. But I name him Trouble, seeing as apparently he's been trouble. And he will replace Oricorio for now, seeing as Oricorio will not be helped in the gym. So then I head and fight a couple trainers, and Trouble dies. So my mission has been completed. So I just finish up this battle and make it back. So then they pay me and they tell me that I don't have a challenge right now because I need to go fight the gym before the next Team Rocket mission, in which I do. So I bring Waroto and Trouble into the gym. And Waroto is just going to clear. Because this is not my first attempt. This is not my third attempt. It might be the 5th or 6th attempt, because none of my Pokemon are good against Misty. Every single one gets bodied. So only Waroto is the only choice. I've lost thousands to Misty. Chipper Star you down or whatever, and then Gusted, which makes us win, and that's the end of Misty. And as well, the end of the video almost, seeing as this video is to go over the first 2 gyms of my run. And this was a lot of work. So if you guys want more, show it by subscribing, and commenting.